Last year, my girlfriend Emma and I went to my family's chalet in New Hampshire to spend Christmas alone. It was far away from the city, quiet and close to nature. It was winter, so there was snow everywhere. It had a Christmas atmosphere. The view from the house was beautiful. I think Emma would especially like it. She is an Instagram addict who uploads everything she sees on Instagram. But I don't know if it's good for me, because I would have to take a lot of pictures in the same pose. That's how women are. I'll give you the secret to happiness. Keep quiet and accept the situation. We set off for the chalet. It was going to be a 3-hour drive. We bought snacks on the way. We listened to music and chatted. It was a nice journey. Finally, we arrived home. It was very cold. We lit the fireplace, made hot chocolate, and played Uno until we got fed up. Emma prepared a very nice meal for dinner. Baked fish. I really love this dish. After dinner, we had a drink and watched the snow falling. Everything was going perfectly. It was about 11 o'clock at night. Emma was sitting by the fireplace reading a book, and I was in the kitchen putting the dishes in the dishwasher. Just then, we heard a sharp knock on the door. We were surprised. Who could come at this hour in such a deserted place? We looked at each other in bewilderment. I approached the door and called out, "Who is there?" I heard a man's voice. His voice was shaking slightly. He was obviously cold. "Excuse me, my car broke down. My phone battery is dead. I need to call roadside assistance. Can you help me?" Emma was next to me and whispered quietly, "Let's not let him in." But the man sounded sincere and desperate. Thinking about the cold outside, I decided to open the door. When I opened the door, I noticed the man's old, dirty coat and soaked boots. He was about 30 years old, with a beard. It was clear from the look on his face that he was in a very difficult situation. "Come inside and warm up a bit. You can use our phone to call for roadside assistance." At first, the man didn't want to come in. Then he came in with a grateful expression. Water was dripping from under his feet. He had come in with his boots on. He was leaving mud on the wooden floor of the house. Emma was not happy about this, but she said nothing. We told him to sit by the fireplace to warm up and gave him a cup of hot coffee. I handed him the phone, but instead of using it right away, he held the cup tightly with both hands and continued to warm up. It was as if he wanted to stay here, more than talk. After about 5 minutes, Emma whispered quietly in my ear, "Isn't he thinking of calling the roadside assistance service?" The man must have heard Emma's voice. "Yes, I'll call them. But can I sit here a little longer? It's so cold outside." I almost froze. "Of course," I said gently, "but you'd better hurry. It's late." This situation made me very uncomfortable. I didn't want to argue with her. After all, it was Christmas tonight. But my girlfriend and I wanted to spend time alone, and he had to respect that. There was something that bothered me. It was strange that he still hadn't used the phone. Maybe I should have listened to Emma and never opened the door. The man sat for a while, finished his coffee, but still didn't make any calls. There was an awkward silence. Finally, Emma couldn't stand it and asked directly, "Are you going to call the roadside assistance service?" The man looked at Emma and smiled awkwardly. "I don't really need to call anyone," he said. "I thought when I came here, I didn't want to spend Christmas alone. I saw your lights by chance and I think I want to spend time with you here." Emma was scared and her face went white. I told the man that he had to leave right away. "Look, we helped you, but now you have to go." He didn't give a damn. He was looking towards the fireplace. "It's so cold outside," he said in a calm voice. "It's much safer for me to stay here." At this point, things got very strange. The man's nervous demeanor was scaring us. I took a step back and repeated in a stern voice, "You have to leave now. Leave my house immediately." The man suddenly turned to me. He had a menacing look on his face. He was taller than I expected. He stood up from his seat. "Do you think you can kick me out of here?" He said, "I'll leave whenever I want." He was mocking us. At that moment, I saw Emma get a knife from the kitchen. We were both waiting quietly, but alert. I didn't know what to do if he moved, but things were getting complicated. I picked up my phone and said, "We're calling the police," and the man saw that and started walking towards me. Emma screamed and swung the knife at him. but he backed off in a sudden reflex. Okay, I'm going, he yelled. He walked slowly to the door, straightened his coat, and went out. But at the last moment, before he closed the door, he turned and said, I know you're here alone. I might be back tonight. He was laughing as he said this. This made me very angry. He was mocking us. I closed the door quickly and locked it. Emma put the knife down and started crying. We called the police, and they arrived within a couple of hours, in case the man was nearby. They searched for him, but there was no trace of him. We packed our things and went back home immediately. We couldn't stay here any longer. Our Christmas was ruined. We just wanted to help someone in a difficult situation. After this incident, I learned to be more cautious with people.